Okay, so I just want to make a video real quick about why the war is on the inside, or why I feel like the war is on the inside. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I don't think so though. But it all did start when I read. It was like the expert from A Pale White Horse. The Planned End of Democracy or whatever that was published in there. Now I read that like in 2013, but I had no idea what the rest of the book was, or what the rest of any of it was, because I was just like, I read it on some website about aliens. So I was like, okay, because at that point I was still like, what's going on in the world? So I read The Planned End of Democracy. And then I was going through like a lot of shit, personal shit at that time as well. Like maybe it was 2014. It's probably 2014. And I decided to burn a prayer to Asna, which there's not a lot of information out there on Asna. And I don't really know too much, but it's not, I would hate to mislead somebody into following lost spirits. So, but at this time, somebody had told me to do prayers to Asna. So I actually wrote a prayer to Asna. I did the whole process, and I received this other information just a couple of days later, because I was really terrified for the state of the world. I'm like, what do we do? How do we fight this? Because they're just basically talking about this machine and that can't be broken, and how it was put into place, and it almost failed once, but it didn't. Well, I think the year they said it almost failed was like 1967. So, like, what was going on then? The peace movement, right? Like, so, anyways, I'm freaked out. I'm like, all right, something's going on. I don't know what. And so I found that's when I was really into spirit science at the time. Their channel, shout out. I learned a lot about sacred geometry and all possibilities from their channel. It's dope as fuck. I recommend it to learn different things for sure. Take what you can and leave what you don't want. But they had published the Neruda interviews, which got me really digging. They published the fifth interview. So if anybody knows anything about the Wingmakers, that site originally went up in 1998. And there's this dope ass dude, I forget his name, but he created a website called whattoknow.info, and he's like spiritual as fuck, but he has a lot of shit that can bring people over from like the 3D realm to get it on there, and I just appreciate him for that. But he was like an interpreter for the White House under George Bush, and they tried to like frame some Indonesian Democrat or diplomat as a terrorist, and he ended up having to testify against the White House in Indonesia. He became a national hero there, because by some way the White House had him under contract, or had him under hire without a contract or a no disclosure clause. So pretty dope dude. If you want to check out that website, like he's like some real ass shit. But anyway, so he published the original Wingmakers website. There was 5 interviews. And then they've slowly changed. The website slowly changed. Someone else has come on here since then, and taken over, broadcasted. The names in the interviews have changed. And the main theme in the interviews that changed was that, which God, now it's been like 6 years, so I'm gonna have to go back and read the whole fucking set of interviews just to have a better, like, solid ground to talk on. But I kind of just stay away from all alien talk after that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about aliens at all, because the original Neruda interviews were more spirit based, and they were just talking about different types of reality. And then as they changed them, they became more external based, and it's all about like this war mentality and fighting against something. And we all know what you resist is what persists. So to me, by reading all of this stuff from the Neruda interviews, and by reading A Pale White Horse, which I did go back and get mad. It was like 500 pages, bro. I mean, I know it was a pandemic or whatever, but I still wasn't going to read the whole thing. Because, again, I'm not signing up for everybody's lostness. But I just came to the conclusion that the war is on the inside. And the only way we're going to win is in the battlefield of each and every person's heart. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm just trying to get people to believe in hope. I'm trying to get people to choose good on the inside. I'm trying to get people to see that we have the power to create whatever we want to create. And it's just a beautiful thing that all possibilities are out there and we could really save the world. It's just, it has to happen on the inside. And I mean, it's like Christy Sheldon, 500 or what is it, Love or Above. She's like some Valley of the Mind guru lady. I love her. Even though she looks like Amy Schumer, whom I cannot stand. The woman's not funny. However, Christy Sheldon, dope as fuck. And I think I might have said all of this before. I don't know. But this is on my mind today. The war is on the inside. But she just talks about how you vibrate at a certain frequency and that, you can put a monk who is vibrating in a state of enlightenment in a polluted, crime-ridden city, and you're going to see a reduction in those things because that monk is going to raise the vibration of the city that he's in. So we do not have to take their systems to enact this change. And the more that we try to use their shit to fix their mess, the worse this shit's gonna be. It's really just as simple as going inside and getting right with your motherfucking selves. And we can win all of this. So, anyways, the war is on the inside. We're killing it. We're gonna fucking win. Have a good day.